Hello, this is Good Man for Good Memory Show on this Thursday. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. We might have some severe weather here in Greenville, South Carolina this afternoon. They're talking about maybe some thunderstorms popping up because of the heating of the day. It's near 90 today. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Got the comic book yesterday and got a new Shazam. They kind of redone the I don't know what they done in this number 12 issue. I've seen number 12 issue look a little different than this one, and other people posted on eBay. But this one's they changed the story a little bit. Shazam was with Batman and special, I guess, appearance of Batman in this one. I don't mind it. I like to have the other issue too, just to have it because the cover is kind of different. But they didn't even put Batman on the other one, the original one I've seen. I don't even know if that one is going to come out or has it come out. I don't really know. Nobody knows. But it's kind of interesting. I always go up to Richard's Comics and Collectibles and stuff here in Greenville and off of Lawrence Road. And I got that comic book yesterday, and I always look around in there. He has all kind of cool Funko Pops and stuff, and comic books and everything. And it's a good place to go. Another place I like going is down at Mr. K's books, used books, and all kind of things there. And I go down to Second and Charles. They're having a big liquidation sale right now down at Second and Charles. Started this month and runs all the way to July. They have a big liquidation sale on Funko Pops, video games, DVDs. All kind of things in there. There's something in there I wanted to check out again. I saw last time I think it was something to do with a comic book, but it's actually a statue of Hulk, and I don't know what exactly it was. It's kind of cool. But I'm sitting here thinking about Saturday morning cartoons because I have seen some of the oldest cartoons I've ever seen most of the time. You can still watch Looney Tunes on the Boom television. If you got cable and DirecTV and stuff, you can still watch it up on there. Other shows, movies, other cartoons they don't show, but you can find them elsewhere. I didn't even know they did a cartoon of Napoleon Dynamite, and I found it the other day off of Hulu. And I was going to watch it. And remember Fuzzy and the Happy Days game. There's a app that I found on the Xbox that has just cartoon galore. They go back they even have the Laverne and Shirley's cartoon. They have New Kids on the Block cartoons. I didn't even know that existed until I found it and did a search. And they have the Dukes of Hazzard cartoon up there. They have the Back to the Future cartoons. I used to like watching that one. A lot of different ones. The Hong Kong Phooey, the All-Star Laugh Olympics of Scooby-Doo and all them. And I always like the Scooby-Doo movies where they say Scooby-Doo meets the Harlem Globetrotter. Scooby-Doo beats Batman and Robin. Or Don Knotts. That's kind of cool. And having them original voices and stuff on there is kind of cool. The cartoons has changed since, they don't run Saturday morning cartoons anymore, hardly. Some of them, like MeTV and some of those like that, are trying to run stuff in the mornings like that. I remember one time I was flipping around when I had the regular television stuff on the MeTV and stuff. They ran Howdy Doody, but it was like a newer version of Howdy Doody. Wasn't like the older version my dad grew up to. It was like a 70s version. It was kind of a little weird. I grew up watching Captain Kangaroo when I was a kid, and I grew up watching the original Shazam, not the original. I have found the original old television version of Shazam of Captain Marvel before it came Shazam, when they changed the lyrics. It was black and white. But I watched the actual Shazam growing up as a kid. It always has a little moral to the story at the end, and Captain Shazam's always talking at the end. It's kind of cool and everything. And uh, I watched Saved by the Bell when I was growing up. That's another Saturday thing. And it started every morning. I have all the Saved by the Bells, except only the Saved by the Bell, not the new class or the college years. I have when them got married and the whatever on DVD. Let's see. Another. What else cartoons I have? Let's see. I had them all put up there. I have cartoons from the 70s and the 80s. And I remember Mr. T cartoon. I remember the Muppet Babies. The original Muppet Babies cartoon was pretty cool. This new versions of these cartoons they're trying to redo, it's kind of, what the heck are they doing? I like the original better. It's like I have that, Scooby-Doo All-Star Life Olympics. And I have the Amazing Spider-Man. Spider-Man and his amazing friends. I love that cartoon. It was about the coolest thing to watch, and I have that on DVD. And I actually found it, up on Disney Plus. It's kind of cool. The one thing I want to watch, I have watched when I was a kid. I used to try to pull it up on Saturday mornings. It was a live-action version of, and it came around in 19, I don't know, I was in the 80s maybe, but it was a live-action version of Spider-Man. But that's one channel out of Charlotte, and the only way you could pick it up is kind of playing with rabbit ears, and coming in sometimes, and you had to squint and try to see if you could see it. And it was a Channel 9 out of Charlotte, and it ran that episode all the time. And I love that. I love to find that on something to watch or something. It's kind of cool and everything. But there's some of those like that. I'm like, okay, kind of hard to watch and find and stuff sometimes. But sometimes you never know what. It's like, I watched Wonder Woman back in the days. I don't know if Wonder Woman, when she came on. I don't think she came on during any cartoon things. I remember when cartoon was over, I went to watched wrestling in '84. And through the whole entire time with NWA wrestling and when it was on regular television here. It was always at a noon time or 11 o'clock. I don't remember what Channel 4 here locally in the Greenville area used to do. ABC on Sundays at 12 noon. I remember they used to say wrestling was going off and coming up with the Dukes of Hazzard or something. It was that theory. I remember having an audio tape of something I read, and you hear it in the background. It's kind of funny. But excuse me. It's like, I watched the Muppets show and stuff. I have one of those DVDs. I have a lot of wrestling DVDs. My wife kind of like. I'm like, do I even watch some of these? Sometimes I like to pull them off and watch them, and sometimes it's like, most I have to play them through my Xbox, most of what I do. And I have the Greatest American Hero television series. Another one good one I used to watch when I was a kid is the Batman 1966 one. It used to run during certain times. And I have only season one of it. The only time I liked to really watch is when Batgirl was on it, because you knew she was on there. If she didn't show up in her motorcycle across the screen, you knew she wasn't going to be in that episode. And I used to watch The Little Rascals growing up, and Underdog, and there used to be Tennessee Tuxedo, and these ran back on. I remember watching something else. It was a New Zoo Review or something. It was on a religious channel here, but it's kind of funny. It's kind of cool. Something fun to watch, and I never forget it and stuff. And I was trying to order, somebody to give me one of their watches they was giving away or doing something with. But I don't think that ever happened. I don't know. But you can find them on YouTube. I saw some of them of that. It's kind of like, what the heck? It's one of those you're like, what is this? you know, it's kind of interesting. A lot of different changes on things. I learned a lot of voices. I watched Yogi Bear and Boo Boo and all them and stuff when I was growing up, and that's how there's all so many different cartoons growing up, and you have to memorize them and try to figure out what was this, and then you're like, oh, I remember that one now. And you're like, shoot, they're hard to find. They try to do cartoons of different shows it was on, or movies. They have a Fridays cartoon I found out of the movie, and that one didn't last long either. They even did one of the other the what is that movie now? Shoot, I can't even think of it now. No, Clue, no. Oh Lord, I can't even think of it now. It'll probably come to me later, but it didn't last long either on the air. I think Simpsons is about the longest running cartoon ever. But, they made little short cartoons for Saturday mornings. I never forget just wanting to get up and watch, or that and whatever they run on ABC or NBC. They used to run the Saturday morning lineup, what's coming new this fall and what's coming in the new cartoons. I never forget those. And being up for those and watching them, and it's just a fun time in the morning, sitting with your bowl of cereal or whatever you're watching and watching cartoons. I used to wake up, couldn't wait to watch something in the mornings. And then the news now took over them and kind of screwed up the mornings. I guess more kids ain't watching cartoons now, I guess. I don't know. They're watching these bad cartoons, I think, or more. Cartoons I don't understand, some of them. I'm like, okay. Phineas and Ferb, I kind of understand that one because it's like summertime and you're a kid and it's playing around, inventing stuff. I get that one. But there's some I'm like, what is this? They run those Scooby-Doos sometimes on there, on the Boom Channel. Back when Cartoon Network first come on, it was running some of the wildest, coolest cartoons, and then it changed the oldest stuff and then went back to started doing all crazy stuff. I remember when MTV first aired, it was cool as heck, and now it sucks. But glad for having MTV Classics. They run 80s videos and stuff, and that's kind of made me happy there. I'm always an old person watching old television shows and stuff. SpongeBob ain't that bad. I watch it sometimes. I picked up on a voice of, I'll laugh like SpongeBob sometimes, but I just playing around and stuff. I remember my daughter watching, all kind of different cartoons on ETV, like Curious George and Dragon Tales. That didn't last long either. It's hard to find a Teletubbies. That's a totally different story there. Seeing there like that. Then you got Barney. And then, let's see what else. And then Caillou, this whiny kid. And that one drove parents crazy. I don't think that kid ever grew up. I don't know what he's doing now. I don't think he airs anymore now either. Excuse me. It was a long day. Not even 2 o'clock yet. Guess the heat wears everybody out. But, well, that's some pretty good talking. Me and my wife was talking about we're going to end up trying to upgrade my radio show where I use the phone as a remote. Is when I go out, I'm going to take the microphone with me when I start interviewing people, and I just set the microphone up and we set it up and do an interview from that way. And all I do is have the headphones on. I have a microphone on the headphones I have that I actually can talk, I think, through that and everything, and it'll still pick up in the microphone too in between the people I'm interviewing. Once I have everything hooked up and everything, we can run with that and start having a better show and everything. I'm gonna ask see if I can interview Richard Morgan of Richard's Comics and Collectibles and stuff. Don't forget about Borderland Comics here in Greenville, right across, right next to the dime store, whatever that place is called. It's been around for so long. And they said it's like walking back in time in that store. I ain't never been in there. I've been in this area for a long time, and I know where a lot of the places are. But you have to watch driving down the road and then Lawrence Road. And you ain't careful, you'll miss where you're going and everything. Like I'm learning a lot of direction to get to places still. I'm originally from Lyman and everything, and you got to move to Greenville I've been here for a good while, and I'm still learning the roads and how to get to places and everything. I went to Cookout for the first time here. That was good food. We had Red Lobster last night. They ain't serving all their menu there, and people are not happy with the salads and stuff there. And I wouldn't either because I didn't want that salad either. I had popcorn shrimp and whitefish and fries. It was pretty good, but I paid for it. I think it was too much grease. But everything. If we ever get back to normal, what I'm hearing, we're not going to get back to normal. I'm looking at baseball might not even come back to what they're going now. I'm hearing we don't know what they're doing. There's a lot of rumors and stuff going around about baseball, but I saw where they're going to be racing in Indy, and there's going to be no fans in that stands either. I don't think there'll be fans anywhere in NASCAR. I don't know. That's too risky still. And then when you're hearing, people ain't practicing social distancing, and the number's still going up. It ain't just off of people getting tested. It's because the people ain't doing social distancing. I try to when I go out, and I kind of get a little nervous and stuff, and I don't know, I'm afraid people go in and saying things, and I'm trying to be a nice sport about it. But that happens sometimes. But I don't know. Until I'm wearing my if it's not a Dawson, it's just a dog T-shirt with the Dawsons on it. Looks like our peanut. But I'm eating Nutty Butters today. I love those things. I always have a glass of sweet tea. Not sweet tea. Stevia tea. Well, it's kind of enough. It's still good. Either way I drink it. Sometimes I forget and drink sweet. I try not to, but that happens. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good. Everybody else is, and I'm still looking for a radio station deal or something here. Somebody going to find out this. Every time I do the show, I have over 1,500 downloads and everything, and that's a total. But I can't believe it's that many. I never thought I ever hit that many downloads. I hope it goes up to 2,000 downloads sooner or later, and that's, down. I wasn't even paying attention to that number. I'm only upgrading this thing where I can have more room later down the road and turn into a broadcasting account where it's a lot better and have a little more leeway with it. I can actually do more podcasts, more shows. I don't really want to branch out and do another show. This is enough right here on me right now. I'm trying to keep with 2 shows. Excuse me. I was listening to some of that going Broadway, the wrestling show. They were doing a pretty good show today. I watched Mountain Fun Life today, and I jumped in there and said hi to them, and they're always saying hi to me and everything. They know I'm from South Carolina. I don't know why they keep forgetting that. They tell me they're a good friend. Yeah, they're going to end up loving me whenever Jeff is on. My good friend Jeff Henderson comes up there and be on the show. Because they're going to know the big dog's back. I'm top fans on a lot of different pages and stuff from time to time. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good, I guess. Let's see what else I can talk about here. Yeah, the wind's getting up out here. But I don't know. I can't watch wrestling that much like I used to. I'm like, I have T-shirts with Sting on it, and I got several years ago, and I don't hardly wear them. I have a stack of T-shirts I can't wear, and I was hoping maybe gonna transfer them into, like a blanket maybe, but I don't even know if that's ever gonna happen. There's some things I don't know. I got sweatshirts. I'd love to have it transferred back over where I can wear them like in a burned one. These are like hard to find one sometimes. But I love what I do. I love doing this for everybody, and I ain't playing no music today. I don't know. I just ain't. I'm kind of in the mood for it. But I got my big Friday Blast Off show where I usually have a lot of music in it, and I got music when I open up the show here and everything. And thank a lot of people for supporting me and being behind me when I do the shows. And I'm still. I don't know if it's tuning radio on my end, my app is like that, or everybody else's. I really don't know what is going on with it. And I thought I had it fixed, and it shows like the episode up above where my show is supposed to be. You don't have to pull down the next episode. It only plays playing over that. My episode ain't called that. It's just the Gray Man Radio Show. It ain't called 200 episode 265, or this is 266. I'm getting closer to have 300 episodes, 300 shows here, and I'm getting it down another 30 something, shows here. Another couple more. I will probably have this about another couple months, and I love doing this, and I can't say that enough. But I just hope one day I'll be able to play music and rock it out like they do on 103.3, 95.9 Earth FM. And Leewood Alexander today was playing one of the local bands here in Spartanburg. Well, a local band here in upstate of South Carolina is from Spartanburg. The Marshall Tucker Band. My dad knows one of the guys that was on the original. Plays the flute. I think that's right. And everything. My dad knew most of the people that was on that. Because he kind of got friends with them and stuff back then. When he worked in television and went to school, probably most of them, I don't really know. That's what happens. Sometimes you get in local, like if there was local bands here, I'm kind of friends with most of the bands that play here. And especially at Downtown Alive or wherever they was playing. And I have been, talked about whenever I talked to them or showed them stuff. And I have got friends with a lot of them and everything. It's kind of cool. I always make friends everywhere I go, and what I do, I collected autographs and got people on my show. I make friends that way. And if you're living anywhere here down in Myrtle Beach, my good friend was on my show about several months ago. He's going to be at one of them comedy clubs down in Myrtle Beach. Oh Lord, now I'm lost. The guy from American Got Talent is going to be there. Greg Morton is going to be in Myrtle Beach coming up. I saw on his site. I wish I could be there at that show. I wish he would come this way. He's going to be in South Carolina. He needs to come more closer up this direction and stuff. And everything, and I think I'll end up having a lot better. Me and him actually be face to face and meet in person. It'd be kind of cool. And he was part of my show then, and everything. And I think I'll have a little more leeway if I did this time. because he recognized me and recognized my voice and who I am now. Because I hadn't talked to him in a long time. I'm glad he's coming to Myrtle Beach in South Carolina. But I'm going to jump it out of here, and I'm going to be back tomorrow for the Great Man Radio Show and the Friday Blast Off Show. And hope everybody has a great Thursday. And stay cool. Drink plenty of water out there and don't get overheated out there. Stay hydrated. This is Great Man for the Radio Show. Peace. I'm out. Get me out of here, Greg Morton. Where are you?